Alright, magandang araw mga fellow gun enthusiasts. Nandito tayo ngayon sa vault ng shooters or showroom nila dito sa may Cubao para i-review ang sigurado akong pinaka-affordable na AR dito sa Pilipinas. At yun ay ang Sam Trailblazer. Alright? So, itong Sam Trailblazer na to, gaya nung Sam Sentinel, it's one of those rifles na matagal na nandito sa Philippines, and I think na-import siya even before pa nung implementation ng RA 10591, which is, makikita nyo mamaya while we take a closer look at the video. So, this rifle is very important sa Philippine gun market because it represents the very, very cheapest or pinaka-affordable na AR sa buong market natin. So, if interested ka na magka 556 and wala ka talagang budget for mid-range or high-end models and you really wanted to go as low as possible pero ayaw mo naman ng AK style dahil gusto mo ng AR for equipment intercompatibility with, for example, AFP or PNP, ito na yung pinakamurang makukuha mo talaga. Wala nang mas mumura pa dito. So that is important. I think that as somebody who believes in supply chains, guys, and this law of supply and demand, importante na meron tayong ganong klaseng offering sa market because rifles like this, based on economics, will keep prices low. So matagal itong na-import bago pa to RA 10591, and it's been sitting around for a while. Thankfully, na-lift na yung ban ng 556 rifles at 762 by 51 nung August 19, 2024. And as a result, pwede na tayong kumuha ulit ng mga ganitong rifles, even if Type 1 yung license mo. So, we're going to talk about this and we're gonna go through the details, okay? So, first off, I'm just gonna go around, safety check natin yung rifle para sure tayo. So, this is it. This is the Sam Trailblazer 556 AR. Okay? So, M4 style siya. Actually, M4 talaga siya, no? Dahil lahat naman to nagsimula as full auto. Kaya lang, dinowngrade na siya or tinanggal na yung full auto sear niya to comply with RA 10591. So, check natin. This is the magazine. As you can see, it's empty. The magazine has an aluminum follower, guys. Hindi siya polymer, ano? Aluminum yung follower ng magazine. So kakaiba siya. Siya lang yung alam kong 30 round magazine na may aluminum na follower. Lahat tayo parang nag-move on na to polymer followers for ages now. So it shows na itong magazine na to has been around for a long time. Now, one thing na mapapansin nyo, if you look at the base plate over here, is may tatak siya, no? Na nakalagay na CQ. Which tells me na itong magazine na to was sourced from Norinco. Pero ano siya, China-made siya na magazine na sourced from Norinco. Pero yung rifle itself, I think, is gawa din siya ng Jiangxi Arsenal because it doesn't have some of the characteristic markings na hinahanap ko from Norinco. So we'll go through that. So as you can see, magazine is empty. Safety check natin. Okay. So, ayan, bolt is empty. Okay, chamber is empty. Bolt hold back. Physical check natin. Yan, wala namang rounds. Kita natin guys na walang rounds doon sa chamber. So pasensya na medyo wala ako sa bahay ngayon. Medyo awkward. Pero maganda naman nakikita natin siya up close kung saan mo talaga siya makikita. So ayan siya. So rifle's been safety checked. Ilagay natin siya. I'll just drop the bolt. Ayan. Tapos decock ko lang. Okay. Ayan, para walang tension dun sa spring. So, ayan, kita natin yung magwell. Alright, so what do we know about this this rifle? So, like I said, this is the most affordable 556 rifle there is. And surprisingly, sa lahat ng mga nakausap ko naman, the China-made ARs are actually quite good. They're reliable and even marami pang nagsasabi even better than dun sa mga iba nilang mga nakuhang ARs na hindi gawa sa China. So if you're gonna look at it, let's take a look up close. It uses the conventional AR profile na meron pa siya yung cut for the grenade launcher attachment. Pero wala namang ganon. uses a traditional bird cage style na flash hider. Alright? Pero ito siya, yung makikita mo, the ports go all around the muzzle device. Hindi siya yung dito lang sa ibabaw. So that's very peculiar. It has a bayonet lug. So guys, kung meron kayong bayonet, meron kayong M7 or M9 or yung USMC na OKC3S na bayonet, pwede nyo siyang ikabit dito. So, ito yung maganda sa mga sa mga military profile na mga rifles. Military profile rifles kasi all have yung mga traditional na military features gaya ng bayonet lug. So, pwede mo siyang kabitan talaga ng bayonet. Yung front sight niya is the traditional A-frame front sight post, polymer handguard. If you look, I think may aluminum na siya, na heat shield siya sa loob, pero hindi ko lang makita kasi I'm not sure. I can't see it. Might be some. I can't see it kasi yung lighting, but yeah, maganda naman yung niya, yung handguard niya, no? It fits really well in the hand. Gas, direct gas impingement system tong rifle na to. And it has yung removable carry handle. It has the traditional settings and controls para doon sa pag-set up mo ng windage and elevation. So yung front sight mo, adjustable siya for elevation. And yung rear sight mo, adjustable siya for both windage and elevation. So maganda naman yung niya, yung sights niya. So if we look at it over here, ayan siya. You look closely, na-adjust naman. Tapos yung sights niya, pag binumove mo yung knobs, ayan dinig na dinig mo yung clicks. Ayan, dito sa taas medyo wala masyadong click, pero dito sa baba, rinig na rinig mo talaga. Rinig na rinig mo yung movement ng knobs at yung steps niya, kitang-kita mo. So if we look, this is the bolt carrier. We'll open it up. Tapos ito yung niya, yung ejector port cover niya. Mukha namang okay. So you can see the markings over here. Sam Trailblazer. Okay. Yan. So binili to ng Sam bago pa nag-RA10591. Ayan na. So positions. Okay. Meron tayong yung first position, second position, third position, fourth position. Okay. Tapos meron fifth, sixth. Six position stock. So traditional din yung niya, yung butt stock niya. If you look over here, that's what it looks like. That's the buffer tube. Ayan. So, kung bibili kayo guys ng ng AR, I think these are definitely being offered to the civilian market. And if you look over here, dati, once upon a time to guys, full auto to. And if you look at the setting, meron ka pang auto. Kaya lang tinanggal na nila yung full auto sear. Okay? So, hindi ka na full auto nito. That said, meron ka pa ring marking pero wala na yung mga full auto niya. Tinanggal na yung disconnector. Tsaka yung sear. So, iba na siya, I think, doon sa mga iba niyang parts din. So, wala na yung full auto sear. And if you want na guys, na gamitin siya to full auto, well, hindi na pwede yon kasi nga sa RA10591, pag civilian ka, dapat semi-auto na lang unless na nakuha mo yung rifle mo before pa na-implement yung ban at na-register siya sa pangalan mo. Now, the good thing about this AR, which is depending on what your preferences are, pwedeng gusto mo siya, pwedeng ayaw mo siya, it has a ambidextrous magazine release. So kung dito sa kabila makikita mo, pwede mong i-release yung magazine. So check natin Ayan, so meron kang magazine. If you use the traditional magazine release, ayan, so tinutulak naman yung magazine palabas. But you can also use it here. Okay, so kung pakita ko lang ganyan, and if you press it, ayan, tanggal yung magazine. Medyo mas mahirap lang nga siyang pindutin dito, not as ergonomic. Now, one criticism that I have for yung mag release niya on both ends, which is yung ambidextrous mag release niya, is pwede itong tumama sa vest mo, sa mga magazines mo at matanggal yung magazine mo guys. So, bantayan nyo na lang yung magazine nyo or i-tape nyo to kung ayaw nyo ng ganon na risk. Kasi, pag nakasandal yan sa vest mo, tapos marami kang magazine, pwedeng tumama to sa ano, sa, ayan, pwede siyang tumama sa vest mo, tapos mahulog yung magazine. Kasi nape-press siya. So, ayan, ambi yung ano niya, ambi yung mag-release niya. So, pwedeng maganda yon, pwedeng hindi maganda yun, depende kung ano yung mga preferences mo. Okay? So, yeah, let's test it out. I'm going to charge it. Okay? And then, I'm going to test yung trigger niya. Pero just to be safe, guys, para hindi maano yung firing pin, I'm gonna use a dummy round. Okay? Para to caution the firing pin. I'm gonna test the trigger. Okay? Okay? And then, we're gonna point it in a safe direction. And then, we're gonna pull the trigger. Yan. Yon. Break. What do I think about the trigger? It's quite mushy. Hindi siya kasing smooth nung mga ibang ARs, for example, even dun sa UDMC. Medyo mushy siya. Pero, you know, you can change naman the trigger, guys, kung gusto nyo talaga yung glass smooth yung pag-break niya. It feels like a conventional trigger. AR trigger. Alright? So, if you look at it, it has the third pin hole over there. Disconnector's gone. So, yan. So, yan siya. So, tatanggalin ko lang yung dummy round and we're gonna disassemble it. Okay? Okay. So, there it is. Dummy round is out. Gonna drop magazine and then let's disassemble. Okay. So, let's look at it. First off, to disassemble the firearm, let us remove the magazine. Again, very interesting markings there. Siya lang yung 30-round magazine na alam kong may aluminum na follower, no? So, I have to say it's quite collectible, this magazine. Alright, so I'm gonna look at it. Yan, I'm going to press this down. Yan, tulak natin yung pin palabas. Alright. And then we're going to remove it. There it is. Tanggalin natin yung bolt carrier and the charging handle. Alright, so that's what it looks like on the inside, guys. Alright, I'm going to try to drop the hammer. Ayan. Okay, yan yung ano niya. Yan yung mechanism niya sa loob, yung trigger niya. The hammer, that's what the hammer looks like. Alright? Okay, wala na yung ano niya, guys, yung full auto sear niya. So hindi mo na magagamitan to ng full auto. Kasi wala na yung sear niya. Ayan, so semi, full setting, and, pero wala na siya. Hindi mo siya talaga magagamitan. Now, if you charge it, lock natin yung hammer, set mo to safe. Ayan siya. Okay? So, very interesting mechanism. That's what the buffer looks like. Ayan yung ano niya, yung buffer. Buffer and buffer spring. Okay? Let me turn on the light there. Okay? Yan. See? So, pakita ko lang sa inyo, guys, overview ulit. If you try to pull it ng naka full auto, wala na siya, no? Semi-auto na lang yung full niya. Because you can try it. But there's no more full auto sear. Yan. So, that's what the hammer looks like and yung mga controls niya. Alright? So, yan. Let's look at it. Alright. Yeah, no problem. So, tingnan natin dito. Yan yung ano niya. Yan yung chamber niya. Chrome line. Definitely. You can see yung color ng chamber kakaiba. Doon sa ano. Siguro ano na lang to, guys. Ano, pag nakuha nyo to, give it a thorough cleaning because this rifle has been waiting for the ban to be lifted for, more than 7 years. Natutuwa naman ako na at least yung efforts natin na pagandahin yung gun laws ng Pilipinas ay, well, na-veto, pero at least nabawi natin yung ability na kumuha ng semi-auto rifles in 5.56. That's sweet. So, yun yung ano niya, gas tube niya. Okay? So, ngayon nakita nyo na yung loob. I'm gonna put this away. Let's look at the bolt carrier. Ito muna tayo. This is the bolt carrier. Ito yung bolt niya. Okay? Let's look at the bolt. There you go. Very nice. Okay? Like it. The bolt carrier almost feels like a thin, very thin coat ng Parkerized. But I could be wrong kung anong klaseng finish to. I'm not quite sure. Yan yung ano niya, gas key. It looks bolted and staked. Okay? And staked talaga siya. Inipit yung parang hindi siya talaga matanggal. Okay, this is what it looks like. Ito yung ano niya. That's the firing pin. Alright, hindi ko na tatanggalin guys. But that's what it looks like. Okay, so I think naman for the budget that you will need to get one of these, sulit ka na. I don't think naman na magkakaproblema ka. You know, one of the things that I like about the Philippine gun market, guys, is that yung pinakamura nating mga firearms dito are actually quite good compared to, for example, yung mga pinakamura nila or sa US, for example. Yung lower end natin dito ay talagang maganda compared dun sa lower end nila in other gun markets. Alright, so there you go. That's the bolt. Let's look at the charging handle. Guys, obviously, this is just a traditional charging handle. Hindi siya yung ambidextrous or anything. Okay, so there's nothing really cool about it. It's just a traditional charging handle. Aluminum. So, kung gusto niyo ng mas magandang charging handle, madali lang naman palitan yon, napakadaling palitan yon. Yung parang, yun yung pinakamadaling palitan na part ng AR. So, yan siya. Okay? So, malakas pa yung niya, yung springs niya. Compared sa, mga ibang nahawakan ko. So, yan. So, ito yung markings, shooters. Alright. Pwede mo naman siyang iset. Okay. For example, semi. Wala naman ako nakikitang masyadong side to side na it does feel tight. Of course, it's brand new. Kung gusto nyong mapahigpitan palalo yung lower and upper na connection niya, lagyan nyo na lang ng AccuWedge sa loob, guys. Gaya nung ginawa ko dun sa AR ko. Mura lang naman yun at may nabibiling ganon. Yung AccuWedge. Pero not needed if you ask me. It's just one of those accessories na na pwede mo ilagay. Alright, so there you go guys. This is what the SAM Trailblazer is. So we're now going to reassemble it. So to do that, unahin mo na itong charging handle. Lagyan natin dito. I-align natin siya dun sa butas. Masok siya dyan. Alright, and then we're gonna itaas natin ng konti. Pasok yung gas key. Okay. Ayan. Pasok na siya. And we push the pin back. Ayan. Function test. Charge it. Point in a safe direction. Didika ko na lang para hindi maano yung firing pin. Didika and fire. Yon. Okay na siya. Fully assembled na. So, there is also this hole here na pwede mong lagyan ng optic. May mount na kinakabit dito sa butas sa taas ng AR for the optic. Yan. So, one last look before we go. SAM Trailblazer. Yan, ang ganda. I mean, if you have the budget, guys, and you want your very own AR, and yung sights niya. I'm quite sure if I can take a look at the sight. Ang hirap makita. There is another setting ng sight niya. Ayan. Ang hirap i-focus. Ayan. Ayan siya. So, with regards to the sight, I mean, if you have the lowest budget around and you just wanted an AR, ayaw mo ng AK, this is gonna be the gun that you will get kung sobrang baba ng budget mo pagkuha ng AR. That said, it's actually a good rifle. Okay, so there you go, the SAM Trailblazer. Quite a great rifle, and one that my friends, for example, at the PNP, marami sa kanila, may mga nakita na akong ganito, gumagamit na ito. Masayang-masaya naman sila. Syempre, it's not a Daniel Defense, it's not a UDMC, it's not a Knight's Armament, but for the money that you pay for, as always, maganda naman yung value na makukuha mo talaga sa kanya. Yeah, something that you can get and accessorize. Meron pa siyang mga sling swivel mounts dyan kung gusto mo lagyan ng sling. Alright, so first off, nagpapasalamat ako sa Shooters for giving me the opportunity to review this rifle. I think it is a great item. And I want to also thank yun nga sina Sir Eric, sina Sir Tiny, Ma'am Tiny for giving this opportunity. So maraming salamat din sa panonood, guys. So if you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if you are interested in something like this, it costs around 70 Blue Eagles plus registration, guys. Ano? So kung gusto nyo mas makatipid, kayo na lang yung lumakad nung registration niya. But it's 70 Blue Eagles. Matagal nga lang lakarin yung registration niya. It requires a lot of paperwork and signatures. Pero it can be done. I did it with my Sam Sentinel. Okay? So there you go. For 70 Blue Eagles, I don't think you can go wrong naman with this AR. So there it is. Thank you, guys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.